heading to the Maldives, you must complete the IMUGA Traveler Declaration form within 96 hours of your flight or you won't be allowed to enter. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Dawn. Be very careful. Many fake websites will try to charge you $50 to $100 for this. The IMUGA is 100% free. In this video, I'm going to show you the official government site and a step-by-step guide to get your QR code in minutes for free. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do, go to google.com or your local Google and then search for Maldives immigration form. So once you have your search results, there are many websites. However, you're going to look for the website ending gov.mv, for example, like this. The reason being, if it doesn't have gov.mv at the end, that means that this is not a government website and it's fake or scam website and trying to ask money from you. So here we're looking at the result and you can see the traveler declaration IMUGA Maldives immigration. And if you look carefully, you're going to see gov.mv. So this tells us that this is the official government website. So we're going to click here. And now here you're going to come to a page. And if you take a look right here, you can see that there are three different sections. So one for new declaration and one for edit declaration and one for verify QR code. So if you need to change or update anything later on, then you can come back here and click on right here. But for now, because we are creating our form for the first time, then we're going to click here, new declaration form. And then it's going to take us to a page like this. So here you can see that, you have to fill up the sections. So we are going to go one by one. So here, the first thing, it's telling you to scan your passport. So I'm just going to scan the passport. So let's do that. I do have a mock passport, which is not, that means that it's not a real passport. It's just for video purposes. So I'm just going to put in here. So you can proceed to the next page. Otherwise, it's not going to let you go to the next page. So I'm just going to enter my mock or dummy passport. And hopefully the system is not going to stop us. So it looks like it took it. Okay. So I think looks like it took it because it took us to the next section. So now here you can see the purpose of visit. And here there are a few options and most likely your option is going to be holiday. But if you have other purposes, then you can click based on your purpose. So we're going to click on holiday. And then here we're going to click next. Okay. So now here you have to enter your name and information. So I'm not going to put in my real name for this video because I'm not really traveling. This is just a tutorial video. So I'm just going to put Ahmed Dawn. So start with B. Oh, actually, sorry, Adam A. Okay, so looks like the system picked up or my browser picked up my name or dummy name. So Ahmed Dawn. Gender, I'm going to put male and date of birth. Again, I'm going to put just a dummy date of birth, which is going to be, let's say 1975. Let's say May 5. Now, passport number, I'm going to put in a dummy passport number, which is, let's say here, AB5656 and passport expiration date. So here again, I'm going to put in, this is 2035. So let's put in 2035, May 10. So this is just a number. Nationality. So you're going to put your nationality. For this case, I'm just going to put in Canadian. And email address, actually, okay, after that you have to go to country of residence and I'm going to put in Canada. So now here you have to put in your email address and here you have to put in your actual or real email address. For the purpose of the video, this is a dummy email address and you have to put in your phone number. But again, I put a dummy phone number because this is, I cannot put my real phone number. Now, here's the part, you have to upload your photo. So I'm going to try to upload the same picture or passport copy and let's see if the system picks it up. Okay, hopefully the system is not going to give us trouble. If it does, then I have to just create a kind of a dummy picture. So here and open. Okay, okay, so looks like it took it. So that means that, we can proceed to the next page. So I'm going to click here. We're lucky that the system didn't stop us. Now, here's the arrival information. Provide details of your arrival to the Maldives. Origin, country of departure. So be very careful here because some forms from other countries want you to mention the transit country departure. But here you have to put where you originally started your flight. So to give you an example, let's say I'm going to Maldives via Kuala Lumpur. So I'm traveling from Canada or Toronto to Kuala Lumpur to Male. So here I'm going to put Toronto. I'm not going to put Kuala Lumpur. So I'm going to put the country of origin, so which is going to be Toronto, Canada. So let's put in Canada and port of entry. So here you're going to put in the port of entry. You are arriving in the Maldives, and most likely this is going to be your Valina International Airport because this is the main airport arrival date. So here you're going to enter the date of your arrival, and you can see that you can only submit this form within 96 hours prior to your arrival. So for example, today is December 21st, and let's say if we're arriving in the Maldives on December 24, then we are able to do this. But let's say if we're arriving in the Maldives on December 26, then you cannot do it today. You have to do it tomorrow. So let's say we're just going to assume that, we are arriving on December 24. So just click here and flight number. So here, flight number, I'm just going to enter a dummy flight number. So for example, Air Canada, I'm going to find AC. Actually, I don't think Air Canada goes there. So I'm just going to find something from here. For example, let's say AK and PNR number or booking reference. So I don't actually have any booking reference number. So I'm just going to make one. TY6UZV. So hopefully the system is going to take it. If it gives trouble, then I have to find a real booking number and kind of do some changes. So hopefully this is going to be okay. So now length of stay, and I can just put in here 14 days or 2 weeks, or the days you are staying. I think you can stay up to 30 days without they give you visa on arrival. So I'm going to put in 14 days. Now accommodation details. So you're going to need your hotel information for this form. So when I went there, I stayed in different islands, but you always enter the first accommodation. So if you're entering going to multiple places, then you can just put in the first one. So for me, it was Tides Digura. So let's say TIDE. And you can see that your hotel number is going to appear here because the hotel has to be registered with the immigration or with the government. So now departure. So you have to provide your details of departure, and port of departure again is going to be Valina International Airport, and departure date. So here I'm just going to enter kind of let's say January 7th, and destination after Maldives. So here you're just going to enter whatever your destination is. So for example, let's say I'm not coming back to Canada right away. I'm going to Abu Dhabi. So I'm just going to enter here UAE. No results found. Why is that? Let's see. I think it has to be United Arab Emirates. United. Okay, so right here. So now let's click next and see what happens. Hopefully it's not going to give us any trouble. Okay, so far so good. It took the confirmation number and everything. Now health declaration. So here you have to answer these questions to complete your health declaration. So yellow fever, Uh, Endemic countries, Africa, South America, important information, yellow fever. Okay, so here is your question. Have you visited in any of the countries within the last 6 days before arrival to the Republic of Maldives? So if you have been to any one of these countries, then you have to click here yes or no. So I haven't been to any of these countries. So just going to click no and see what happens. But if you click here, then probably they're going to ask some like additional documents, but we're not going to go that way. So you'll just put in no and next. Okay, custom declaration. Important information. Prohibited and restrictive items for import and export. Number of check bags. So here I'm going to put in, let's say 1. Are you carrying any prohibited, restricted, or over the limit items? No. Will you be carrying any prohibited, restricted, over the limit items? No. And finish. Okay, so looks like we are successful. So this is your travel declaration form, and you got your passport number, traveler's code, and arrival date, and then use the following token to edit your declaration if needed. And you should be receiving an email, but if you don't, I recommend to write down this number or just like screenshot this page and this QR code, and that way you have proof that you already submitted this form. I'm just going to quickly check email and see if there's anything arrived, but sometimes it might take a few seconds. So let's see. Okay, actually we do have a declaration form. Let's click on it. So here you have everything. So this is the token code, and this is the QR code. And if you need to edit again, you can just like click here. So this is what you need to show at the airport, and basically that's it. Now just to note that I believe before you had to fill up another similar form when you're leaving Maldives, but they stopped that. You don't need to do that anymore. Now you fill up only when you're going to Maldives just one time. So that was the IMUGA form you would require to travel to the Maldives. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.